And we're back on Let's Go TV with the one and only Phil Cullen and Robert DeLeo from Delta D. How are you guys?
Wonderful, thank you.
Good. Well, we're at the Canyon Club, and this is the first show of the year. Actually, really, your second only show, right?
Yeah, we're very selective.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a very special show because it's not likely that we'll see you guys on a full-blown tour because you guys are in the middle of other stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to try and get that in. You know, I think it's good breaking up into legs at the moment, but it'd be great to do jump on a bus and do the whole deal. I think we're planning on hopefully doing something like this on the East Coast. Yeah, it'd be really nice.
You got something else going on. What is it? Def Leppard.
Oh, that, yeah. There's that. Yeah.
You know, you guys have millions of fans with Def Leppard, Stone Temple Pilots, and you guys played at huge shows. It's got to be fun to come and do something like this, right?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, no, it's really good. Just a couple of weeks ago, you know, Def Leppard were in England. We played Wembley Arena, Sheffield Arena, both sold out. And the next night, me and Debbie done an acoustic thing in a pub. And I was saying to Robert, it didn't seem weird. It was still cool, and because the songs are so different, you know, yesterday when we were rehearsing, there's that moment where you kind of just groove and it locks in, it's like, whoa, it's great.
And you had to know that there's something special the first time you guys all got together.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We thought it was going to be bluesy and a bit quieter and stuff like that, and it was like, ah, and you get locked in, and it was a very different vibe, you know, which is a lot more muscular. Than we, and then you could also, you know, a lot of those bands and artists when they started off, you know, Hendrix and the Isley Brothers and Little Richard, James Brown, they'd all play the same places, and it was funk, it was soul, it was blues, and rock and roll. It actually all kind of bled into one another. And what I find about, you know, modern blues or modern genres is they stick so rigidly to a genre, and back then they didn't. They kind of let it was an expression of self and blues and all of that stuff, and I think we locked into that. That was one thing we noticed about it, is that you can do something that sounds like the Temptations, and the next minute you can do something that sounds like Led Zeppelin, and they still sound like they come from the same camp, you know.
Well, and you have a couple of really cool songs on there that have Joe Elliott from Def Leppard, and of course David Coverdale from Whitesnake. So those are two very, very powerful singers as well. So it's got to be fun.
That's great. It really is. Yeah. It's marvelous. It's magical, you know, as the moments, and you know, we can't wait to do a few shows, and we can get, you know, when you start touring and that, you know, you're playing every night, it starts going elsewhere, you know. Even the one gig we did in LA before, you know, it was like it surprised us because we went off on little tangents and little kind of vibes, and that it was